If you've made it this far, you cannot deny that you've been told, whether you like it or not, whether you want to flip my ball cap on the ground and put my face in the mud puddle and take my lunch money, fine. But you've been told now. Your pastor right now should be stressing to you to be stocking your pantry and the church pantry. If your pastor, I don't care where you go to church, your pastors should be telling you these things. Your leadership should be doing everything it can to get railway going, to get fuel going, to get things to farmers, to get people working. If those people aren't doing that, I mean to tell you, not worrying about what Sally and Susie are doing across the world. They're worrying about the people here today, because we can't take care of others if we aren't taking care of ourselves. So, good morning. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. The time is now. The time is now. So first and foremost, I hope you had a wonderful holiday, Easter, happy resurrection weekend. It was a beautiful weekend. We spent most of our time working. I'll be honest with you. I was digging in the dirt and talking to Jesus. And then we had a family supper. That was really nice. But I hope you had a wonderful time together and, celebrating our Savior. But let me tell you, it's Monday morning and my feet hit the floor and I said, you better get out of the way. It's time to work. Despite the rain, it's time to talk to the people. So if you're a follower, you've probably figured out within the last 6 to 8 months that Patera has realized that she's pretty much not, as time is kind of ticked on from there, I'm pretty much not holding back on a lot of what I think. I have to be creative at times in how I say it or what I point you to or whatever. But what I'm realizing now is we are entering a very critical time in terms of basically everybody thriving and being safe and surviving. Some of us have been set free in terms of understanding that we just can't keep quiet. And sometimes being reserved and not just plainly speaking is the worst thing that you can do. So I realize that is my calling. It's not for everybody. You may not appreciate it. You may not enjoy it. You may disagree, or you may think I'm nuts. I can tell you right now, with everything going on, it's every single day. You can't even get a holiday break. You can't even enjoy some ham and mashed potatoes on Easter Sunday without going, oh wow, what? So what is Union Pacific doing? Now we're not shipping the contracts and fertilizer? They're doing what with 20%? What's going on? Corn today is up since 2012. What is it? $8 a bushel? We haven't seen. And then, so we can't get fertilizer to the farmers, which means they're not going to grow corn. Can't grow corn. Even if they can afford the fertilizer, they can't even, are they going to get it? Maybe they will now. Maybe it's delayed. We don't know. Maybe not in the future. Great. So that's up in the air, which means, we can't feed our cows. And I guess we're just all going to be without corn. But the corn that we do have, or what we can produce, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's burn it. Let's burn it. Ethanol. Okay, is this making sense to you? I will be honest with you. There are days that I wake up. I don't know what type of movie to compare this to. I've talked about this before. The Matrix, Twilight Zone. I don't know. You ever been, or, like in the movie like Poltergeist, like where she's standing in the hallway? I watched Poltergeist. Are you an 80s kid? Are you? Yeah. Come on. Oh, Carol Ann. I feel like I'm trying to save Carol Ann every single day of my life right now because of who I am trying to reach personally, talking to you guys, and then I see people that just make the dumbest comments. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. It's to the point where you go, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I would rather hurt your feelings today and know that I told you the truth and hope and pray that at least it keeps you from starving. I'd rather you hate my guts and you eat than the opposite. So that's just where I'm at. But it's every day. I'm like, Carol Ann, go to the light. Every single day. I don't understand why people cannot put together what is going on Guys, even if you just halfway put together things, I mean, it is incredible the ignorance that is out there. It is incredible the ignorance of people. This is going to scare you. I'm going to scare you right now. I'm going to scare you right now. You better have your granny panties on, because I'm about to blow them off and scare you. If you think that little 10 by 10 garden you've got in your backyard is going to feed you, you are out of your mind. Oh my God. Jeb, she's saying that our garden's not big enough. You better get in here. Tara's talking about. She did. She said, "Did you get the tiller? Is the tiller working? What do you mean? You didn't get the part, Jeb?" Listen, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. I've told you before. I'm gonna tell you again. I just cannot believe the people that believe that a little backyard garden is going to feed them in a crisis. Now understand, will it supplement you? Sure. Will it help? Absolutely. Should you be doing it? Oh, Nelly, you better make it a 12 by 12. Whatever you can do. You need to be thinking like me right now. I'm looking around going, can I grow something on that? What can we put right there? Can we get a banana tree? I mean, whatever I can do. Whatever I can do. Whatever I can do. I am on fire. And people like to say, well, we shouldn't be using fertilizers. Let me tell you what right now is going to happen. Let me just shake your sugar tree, honey. Let me tell you right now. If the asses of the masses do not have their food supply that comes through the Walmart, the Kroger, the Piggly Wiggly, the Winko, Blinko, Dinko, what all these other stores are all over this great nation. They're going to be coming for your 10 by 10 garden. Do you hear me? Can I get can we testify right now? I'm telling you right now, if you think that it is all great, that we should be turning away from chemical fertilizers because the worms are going to feed us, you're going to starve. You're going to be knocked in the head with a club. That's what you are. Because they're going to take your Cherokee. They're going to take your Cherokee purples, baby. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm stomping my feet on you right now because somebody's going to have to stomp their feet at some of these dummies. Do you understand? It is fantastic that you grow organic or whatever you think you're doing. It is wonderful that you've got your little, our little planters and our thing. I am all for that. I have all this too. But I'm no dummy. I understand that in order to feed one person in a year's time off of a garden, you better be growing more than 1 acre up to 2 acres per person. Okay, so if you and Jeb and little Susie and Billy Bob, 4 people are in a family, how much food should you be growing for 4 people? Conservatively, 4 times 2 is 8 last time I did math. So that 10 by 10, your 6 tomato plants, your 2 peppers, your oregano, and your basil looks good. Make some mean marinara. Hey, we can whip up some mean marinara right there. But I'm just telling you right now, that's all you're going to be doing. This is why I tell people, amen, hallelujah, do it, learn, fail now, keep growing, keep expanding, keep doing. But you better have backups upon backups. Oh, like you've never seen. Corn, $8 a bushel a day. What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? That means it's higher than crap. Cow crap. I got cows to feed. When you go to Costco and you buy your ground beef, you know how expensive that's going to get? We have got to connect the dots. Y'all have got to be shaken and baked and wakened out of this incredible nightmare that we are in. And when I'm telling you right now, when you do, you're going to suffocate. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right now. People are still not understanding how critical. Now, I've told you the other day that you need to go start watching Monkey Works. That's who I watch. I will refer. Are you seeing all the ships floating out? Just anchored off of China? They're not coming here, people. Who, where, when, and how? See, this is the thing. All these people want to stand around and argue all this stuff. Oh, it's this fault. Oh, it's that. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with big picture of what's going on in the world with critical world and war situations. I honestly am. I don't talk about them too much here because everybody and their mama, you know, everybody, it's just like a butthole. Everybody's got one. It's your opinion about it. So I have totally not switched it off, but I've switched over to, we are not going to starve. I might starve and you might starve, but I'm going to do my darndest to warn you, and I'm so sorry, to warn you and to get you motivated to feed your family and to understand how critical our situation is on an individual person and family basis, in a community basis, and in a country basis, and even in the world. We are dependent upon big ag. We are dependent upon major stores. I don't care if you think it's wrong. It is the way that it is. You do not live 1783. You are not 300 years ago in a small, or 200 years ago, even 100 years ago, where you lived in a very small community where y'all thrived together, farmed together. This is what you did 24/7. You could go hunt and fish and loving every day. All you wanted. You do not live in that society. Stop being silly. You're not there. If you want and choose and desire to live in a small area where you organically garden and you hit up Whole Foods every other week and you live in Shangri-La with unicorns, that is wonderful. I love it. But see, 98% of the rest of the population does not. Unlike me and unlike you, they don't. So when they go to the Walmart, I don't know, but it ain't looking good. And they can't get their cans of corn, and they can't get their baby formula, and they can't get their baby diapers, and they can't get their jug of milk is $8. We're not $8. Y'all out there in California, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Lord help me, Lord. So many good people out there. I don't know what you people are gonna be doing. Hope you're growing that 10 by 10 garden. You think I'm being ugly to you, but I'm not. It gets to a point where you just don't know what to say to people anymore. And so I just have to be brutally honest. It's like you go, I have been saying stuff for months and years. Information, if you look for it, is all over the place. You don't have to believe a news channel to understand what's going on. You simply have to go to the gas station. You simply have to go to a grocery store or two and look around and use the brain that God and Granny gave you and go, this isn't looking good. And if you still don't believe yourself, because see, everybody's told you you're crazy and you're nuts and ooh, you're doomsday and you scare me and ooh, 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 ooh. Go down to the local co-op right now and stand around for about 30 minutes. You're going to meet about 4 different men in overalls that probably have a wad of hundreds in their, well, it may not be as big these days with everything they're having to buy. Going to have a wad of hundreds. Don't try to take it, because you'll be done. Don't do it. But I'm just saying, them men have been working. They can outbuy anybody around here, and they know what's going on. They are the top businessmen in all. The farmer is, and they're going to be the ones to hurt your feelings. They're going to be the ones to tell you the truth. They're going to be the ones to say, do you know how much this is? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means in terms of me being able to supply you for this? Well, how are you going to get that? You're going to be crying. It's going to be awful. And when they tell you all the supplies that they get that come from overseas, and they start telling you, oh, that comes from Russia. Oh, that comes from here. Oh, that comes from China. I'm sorry, we can't do that. Yeah. When they start telling you how debilitating things overall really are, I hope you have an inhaler, because it's going to suck everything out of you. It's a bad day on the day you wake up. Now let me answer this question. And I'm going to say what I think. And this is not from the Bible. This may not be biblically correct. This is common sense talking to me. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are physically able, meaning you can get up and walk with no problem today and lift basic things, and you have a vehicle and you can get in it and it's got some gas, and you got a little money you can spare, you better be hopping your behind to the store and well, you need to do some research if you don't know what to do. You better be stocking up on foods. I have been saying this for months and months and months till I am blue in the face. I told my husband yesterday, I said, Lord, please don't let the people think that I'm exhausted in trying to help them. But it's like the more I grow, the more people come, which is a good thing. They don't know. And I just stare at these comments and so many questions, and I get worried like a mom. I get worried because I'm like, they're so far behind. Please do what you can. Please go and do what you can. But I fear for people. I fear for babies. I cannot help but admit to you my human fear and my human instinct. I know who is king, and I know how it goes in the end. But I also go, again, it's like that moment, Carol Ann, head toward the light. But a lot of you women are contacting me. A couple of men, not too many, but I have had this happen over, and it's a repeated thing that I'm seeing. My spouse, my husband, will not allow me to prep. My husband beats me down emotionally and spiritually and verbally because I'm trying to buy extra food. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say this. And I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not telling you what to do. I am not your mama, so you better make your own decisions. But I'm going to tell you what, if a man that you are married to, and this is who I'm speaking to, because that's the questions, okay? This could apply to anybody. This could apply to anything, y'all. If my husband started berating me and putting me down and cussing me and fussing me because I bought extra cans of corn, that's not the first time he's done it. And it certainly won't be the last. So I am letting you know, sister, you better be evaluating who you are spending your time with going into hard times. Because if you think times are hard now, you wait until the bills can't be paid and the babies can't be fed and corn ain't on the shelf. Now, you got a couple of options here, and I'm not telling you what to do. Now, some people will come at me and they'll say, my husband is wonderful, but he is in denial. He is suffering. Well, maybe he needs to go to work and you need to take on maybe that's your calling. Maybe that's your torch that you need to pick up. Maybe you need to be the one to spearhead and go, you know what? I'm going to go take care of this. He's bringing home the bacon. I'm going to fry it up in the pan because I'm going down to the Aldi and I'm going to get it while I can get it. Maybe that's what you need to be doing. So see, there's different scenarios here. But I'm going to tell you right now, if a man or anybody is abusive to you because you are trying to do your due diligence within reason and the right way, you know, you're not putting you to the point where you can't make the house payment or whatever. Do you feel me? Okay? I hate to tell you, honey, but that ain't the first time he's talked to you like that. Or the question is, what else has he done? So that's going to have to be a moment of what type of relationship do I need to be in? And you, as I said months ago on a video, maybe you need to get a counselor involved. Sounds to me, if it's that bad, that should have been done a long time ago. And if a man is treating you like that and he won't go speak to a counselor or a pastor and try to fix his problems and fix your relationship and fix you, maybe you need to just pack your bug out bag and bug on out. I said it. I am not going to tell people not to be safe, and I'm not going to tell people to not put away food. Because the reality is now again, I'm going off of questions that I have been asked. So, you know, there's always two sides to every story. La. I'm simply answering to those questions. Ain't nobody going to tell me that I can't put away food to feed my family. Ain't nobody. I'm going to feed my kids. Okay? So how you need to go about that is your business. I'm stepping back now, but I'm just saying, if you're getting cussed over Cheerios and Beanie Weenies, ain't the first time you've been to that rodeo. What else has he done? And is that where you really need to be? So I'm telling you right now, with everything that I've got in me, we are working as hard as we can. As physically hard. I mean, if you're not literally to the point at this physical time where you are having to get off your feet at 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, and you may have to take a Tylenol before you go to bed, and bedtime is you're drooling on yourself by 8:30 because you have worked so hard you can't even function, you're not working. I'm telling you right now, preparing your pantry, putting away in your pantry, canning, trying to grow a garden. Again, let me stress, I am not putting down anything that you can do because everything counts. We don't know how everything is going to go and when. okay? I get it, because you've got to learn. But what I am stressing is do not sit around and listen to these fools. They're like, well, you've got your garden. You're going to be just fine. I'm telling you, you're not. I'm telling you with everything we're doing, we're not. I don't feel comfortable. So I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to people and tell them they're going to be okay. I'm telling you to do every physical thing you can. I don't care how much sodium is in a can of Campbell's soup. You go get it and put it on the shelf. It will feed you. You can water it down a little bit, throw it on some noodles. You can barter it. You can give it to somebody that has less than you. I am telling you, your backups need backups beyond backups. Pay your bills. Be smart. But if you've got extra money to go to a movie this week and you haven't worked on your pantry, you better start reevaluating that. If you haven't done anything for your pantry and you've got grandbabies and you're heading off to the mall to buy you a new little doodilly to wear to church on Sunday, you better be praying to the Lord if that's what he really wants you to be doing. I seriously doubt it. I'm stressed for us. I'm stressed for you. I can't save the world. Don't tell me that anymore. I mean, I know you're going to because you love me. I have these mamas on here like, Tara, you're gonna stress out. You're gonna fall out on the floor and roll around and have a stroke. Probably. But I know. But what I'm saying is I can't help but get fired up. I can't help. I don't understand. I worry. I hope your pastor, if you go to church, your pastor right now should be stressing to you to be stocking your pantry and the church pantry. If your pastor, I don't care where you go to church, your pastors should be telling you these things. Your leadership should be doing everything it can to get railway going, to get fuel going, to get things to farmers, to get people working. If those people aren't doing that, I mean to tell you, not worrying about what Sally and Susie are doing across the world. They're worrying about the people here today because we can't take care of others if we aren't taking care of ourselves. Period. You can't take care of your kids if you aren't taking care of yourself and doing your due diligence. That is how critical things are right now. You know, the whole thing about being on the airplane, about putting the oxygen on you first before you can put it on others, that applies to you, that applies to me, that applies to our country. That applies, and you know what? Instead of giving the oxygen, it's getting sucked out. That should fire you up. You should be doing cartwheels with me right now. So I beg you, I'm telling you right now, I'm begging you. This is my last plea. I'm begging you to start critically thinking about what is going on, to start critically thinking about logically. Last year when you had your 10 by 10 garden, and I know I keep bashing that little 10 by 10 garden, God love it. Realistically, what did you eat? I mean, you know, you went out and you got a couple of tomatoes and you put them on some fried bologna sandwiches. Whew, did you put onion on it too? Oh, God. Did you grow onion? You didn't. Okay. Well, anyway, so where'd you get that bread from? Did you make the bread? You didn't, did you? No. I'm making a point here. Okay, so the cheese. Did you milk the cow to make the farmer's cheese? You didn't? You got those fancy 3-packs from Costco? Boy, they're good, I know. You know, the mayonnaise. Did you make the mayonnaise? Well, did you make them? Where'd you get? You did? Where'd you get the egg? Oh, you got the eggs from Walmart. Gotcha. So the only thing. Oh, wait. But most importantly, what about that bologna? Did you raise the hog and swirl up all the good stuff that's in bologna? Or what about? Oh, you do beef bologna? Did you raise the cow? Did you slaughter the steer? You didn't, did you? No, you didn't. Most of us don't. So the only thing that you provided to those few bologna sandwiches that you could get with your homegrown tomatoes, with the few homegrown tomatoes you got out of your 10 by 10 garden, the only thing that you put on there was what? A tomato slice. Don't forget the Lay's chips and the RC Cola and the moon pie, because we know y'all didn't make that either. So when all these people start telling you, we don't need fertilizer and you just need to grow organic, I'm like, baby doll, I hope you've got 20 acres going and you better have a compost and worm pile bigger than your house, because that's what it's going to take, because that's the reality we live in now. And when everybody stares at you like you're crazy, just say, I told you so. Get away from people that are putting you down for what you're doing. Do not believe the bold-faced liars that tell you that nothing is wrong. If you are in a state of paralysis right now, come out of it and get in the light. You better be taught. The Lord is moving people. The Lord is moving people to action. If you have made it this far, hashtag action in the bottom. I want to know you made it this far. If you've made it this far, you cannot deny that you've been told, whether you like it or not, whether you want to flip my ball cap on the ground and put my face in the mud puddle and take my lunch money. Fine, but you've been told now. It's up to you. Don't deny it. Get busy today, folks. It's going to take everything that we've got. It's going to take everything that you've got if you don't give it everything that you've got. It's already trying. The devil is working. And it's going to work hard because it's an election year. Game on. It's game on, folks. Game on. I'm going to have to go drink a Gatorade. I love y'all. I say these things because I do. Please take action with everything you've got today. Don't stop. We'll see you on the next video.